Okay, well, welcome. So, in this portion, instead of doing a guided Reiki journey, what we're going to do is we are actually going to give and receive group Reiki sessions with each other. If you are listening on YouTube or on the podcast later, you are welcome to receive, also give if you would like to. And we know that distance Reiki works and that it moves through time and space. Also, that Reiki energy is an intelligent energy and that it knows where to go and what to do. So if you have somebody in mind that you would like to send Reiki to, you can decide that now. Also, if you want to just be a part of this circle of what we're doing here on Tuesday morning, you're welcome to do that also. So if you want to pause the video here now and go and grab a surrogate to give Reiki to and distance Reiki to, you're welcome to do that. We've got our surrogates here that we'll be moving through with. So what we are going to do is I'm going to lead a very short invocation just to bring us all together. Then we are going to do some preparations that are pretty common. Because we're working with surrogates and we're also on a limited amount of time, I'm not going to spend like the 3 minutes at every hand position. And I might also skip a hand position or add a hand position here or there, just because we don't have like a full hour to be able to do the sessions. We have about 20 minutes here. So we're going to be doing that. So if you also have an intuitive impression on where to move your hands that is different than what I'm guiding everybody through, then please feel very comfortable to do what you are called to do and what is needed. As receivers, I'm going to guide us through also thanking or listening for our intentions to receive Reiki for today. You might already know that and know what you want to receive, but we will spend a moment and do that as well. Okay, so you can go ahead now and close your eyes and just begin to take some deep breaths. And just allow yourself to arrive here in this moment, supported by the earth beneath you. Feel your breath flowing naturally and let your body relax with each exhale. Bring your awareness to your heart center and imagine a gentle light glowing here. Your connection to compassion, to the life force that flows through all things. We invite Reiki to flow through us now, through our hands and hearts, and through the space that connects us across the distance. We invite the energy to support each person here, each recipient, as we are sending Reiki to today. We welcome the presence of Reiki and any guides that you might work with, those enlightened and divine ones, to guide and support the highest good of all. And we trust that Reiki knows where to go and how to help and what is needed for each of us. And as we begin the sessions, open yourself to trusting that Reiki is speaking to you and guiding you, and allow yourself to receive Reiki and allow it to flow outward like waves of light and peace and connecting us all beyond time and space. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, let's begin. You can take a moment now and think or listen or write down an intention for what you want to receive today. If you're not attuned to distance Reiki and maybe haven't learned about some of these things, you can just receive. And so now we're going to go ahead and do some more standard preparations. So you can place your hands in gasho, just two hands coming together at your heart. And I've turned my video back on in case you need any reference. And activate Reiki in between your palms as you feel it flow down through the top of your head and up through the bottoms of your feet and meeting right here in your hands. And now raise ye ho, bringing your thumbs up to your forehead, up to your third eye, and back down to your heart, bringing in that intuitive aspect, the indication of spirit. As we are here today as Reiki practitioners, as Reiki receivers, allowing Reiki to flow through us, to receive, to heal and empower, to allow for Reiki to go to the intentions that we might have set. And now you can think about what you would like to let go of, what you would like to bring in. If nothing comes up, that's okay. So now if you have any other preparations that you would like to add, many of us like to draw the symbols in our hands, symbols that you're attuned to, or in this moment, since we're not doing a long full session, you can just intend that they are in your hands. I am attuned to quite a few symbols, and I'm actually not going to draw them all in my hands right now. I'm just going to say them in my mind and that they are activated within me and flowing through me. And now I'm going to beam Reiki on all the walls of my space and intend that the Reiki energy is filling the space that I am in. If you have a longer time in your preparations, this would be the place where you might draw your symbols in the space, on the ceiling, on the floor, the center of the room. I ask that the enlightened ones also fill the space with their beautiful ascended light, supporting these sessions, supporting my intentions here today. Also, if I was in my full preparations, I would probably draw some of the symbols that I'm called to out in front of me and bring them into my body. Also, the power symbol on my chakras. But for time, what I'm going to do is just hold my hands out in front of me and picture all of my symbols in a ball of light. And bring that light into my body. And I'm just going to place my hands on my body for a moment and give myself Reiki. As I ask the Reiki energy as a practitioner, that I set my ego and personality aside and give the Reiki energy to my client, to their intentions, for the highest good of all. And so now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Biosen scanning on my surrogate. And so, with my non dominant hand, I'm going to go ahead and scan over my surrogate. And I'm going to find if there's any changes in sensation in my hand. And you may have a client in mind, you may not. That's okay. Again, even if you feel somewhere that your hand placement needs to go, just know that the Reiki energy is handling that for you. So, from the top of the head down to the feet, scanning for any places that you feel need Reiki. And in this moment, you can either just note that in your head, know that that place needs extra support, or you can go ahead and place your hands there now. I am going to now start working from the head of my surrogate down to the feet of my surrogate. Not going to go through every single hand position in a long form because we don't have that much time. But I am going to start over the eyes of my surrogate. And as I said, I'm going to move through these quicker than normal just because of the time. So now I'm going to switch hand positions to where the ears might be. Again, if you don't have room on your surrogate, just intend that that's where your hands are going. And now the back of the head. I'm going a little out of order from the foundational positions, but now the jaw. Some people might do, you might do the throat here. Could do both. Now go ahead and move to the shoulders. Be the top of the shoulders or just underneath the shoulders. Allow your hands and your intuition to guide you. And now you have a choice here. You can do the abdomen. Again, this is where you can stack your hands to get the abdomen. That's the more traditional hand position. I also like to do the upper chest and the abdomen at the same time. That's not one of the traditional hand positions. But in the upper chest, if I'm in person, I'm usually going to have my hand just floating above to not have any concern about, placement of the hand. So I'll have my hand kind of floating above like the heart space and the hand on the abdomen. But you can also just do the abdomen. It's up to you. If you're on a small surrogate, again, it's just about intention. Now we're going to go ahead and move to the hip. You're in person, this might be a place that's hard to reach. You do one hip and then the other, or you can keep that kind of more stacked hand position. And now we are going to move to the knees, which isn't a foundational hand position, but I always like to add it. And now to the feet. And in a Reiki session, I'm going to usually do one foot, then the other foot, then both feet. In this session, I'm just doing both feet at the same time. Now we're going to move to the back so you can turn your surrogate over. If you're in an in person session, you can decide on whether you want to do this or not. Normally, I'd kind of work up the other side of the body and then maybe do the back, maybe not, depending. Right now, we're not going to go through all the backhand positions. Just go ahead and put both hands on the back and intend that it goes to wherever it's needed. Might be called to work on the shoulders or the lower back, or maybe one on each to cover the entire back. So now we're going to move into sealing the session. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sweep the auric field of my surrogate. So it's going to be this kind of movement and kind of bringing it off of the feet into the light of Reiki. And then when you feel complete with that, I'm going to spend a moment and beam to the whole body, including the auric field. And now I'm going to seal the session with love and light, love and light, and love and light. Ask that no unwanted energy go into the person. I also like to include drawing the distance symbol over a person. If you're new and don't remember the distance symbol, you can always do the power symbol or just simply Reiki. And know that those symbols are intended into the client. And ask that the power of the symbol carry forward and backward, above and below and within. Excuse me, not the power of the symbol, that too, but the power of the session. Carry forward and backward, above and below and within. Mhm. Thank you. And so it is. I'm going to put my hands back in Gasho and bow as the honor of the client. If I was in person, I would say, when you're ready, you can come fully back into the room and gently open your eyes. And now for us, you can do the same things. Come back into the room and gently open your eyes. We're going to go ahead and do a Kenyoku, clear the session for us as practitioners. As receivers, we will still receive. Again, Reiki is an intelligent energy and knows where to go and what to do. So Kenyoku is that dry bathing. You're going to start with your right hand on your left shoulder and sweep down to the opposite hip. Uh, Switch hands down to the opposite hip. And I always kind of imagine flinging it off into the light of Reiki. And then a third time. Now your left hand extended. We're going to do it on our hands. The next hand, the opposite hand, and then a third time. And we just ask that Reiki carry any energy that needed to be cleared from us into the light where it is to be listened to and heard and healed. Thank you.